Yo, son, bringing back America Radio.
Tell your friends about this.
Tell your friends jump in the GS3. I got the chronic by the tree.
Good morning, America. What's up, Christopher?
What's happening, brother?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
It's good to hear from you. It's good to see you. Well, see you is such a strong statement, though. I'm not going to lie. Very strong
Right.
statement. Very. See you might be a little overly aggressive statement, actually, if I were to be honest. How's your day going?
Well, how's yours?
Good. Do I sound fine for once? Did we get in
Yes,
without the mischief?
yes, I do believe so.
I like it.
Yeah,
On a
yeah.
positive note, wow, what a day. What a year.
How's the
What a
weather been
week.
out there?
Um, so a couple things. First off, we've got a great show planned for you guys today. We're going to talk about all kinds of fun stuff. Promise your face, son. But first off, we always like to get into the fan mail, and we used to do this at the end of the show, but I feel like for the listener, it shows a lot of respect to just, do the fan mail at the start of the show. You know what I'm saying, brah?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
here's what I have for fan mail today. Just a few great fan mail comments. That was a great show. Comment coming out of Michigan. We keep the anonymity of our listeners, so we just basically say what they say and try not to get too much into anything more than that. But anyway, we also had one that said, I don't get it, but I like it, in reference to the cannabis beer out of Florida. And the last one, pretty cool, in air quotes, I'm throwing up. That one coming out of Pueblo, Colorado, about cannabis beer also. So, pretty awesome. Lots of people really like, honestly, no one mentioned anything but the cannabis beer story, Chris. Honestly, though, bravo. 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 I'm really proud of all of you. Thank you for coming. Because that was my favorite story too of that show, like full-fledged, too easy. So we also, I guess we can throw out there too, we've got a couple of great shows coming up in the future. We're going to be talking about some turned up headlines, some of the craziest stuff that we could find from all over the country, and fun stuff and weird stuff and odd stuff and oddities and so on and so forth. That show next week. And then coming up later on down the road, wealth distribution over AI, robots, and tech. We're also going to be busting out a show on the endocannabinoid system, the White House, and of course, the White House and the White House of Cannabis is the name of that show. We're going to be talking about policy and maybe even some policies we'd like to see out of any administration. I don't give a fuck who's there. And then, of course, we also got coming up down the road here in October. Of course, we're going to have a Halloween show. Chris, we're going to have some fun.
Yeah,
I will be showing up to that show as a Jedi.
yeah, gotta
Not
have a
just any
Halloween
Jedi.
show.
I'll be showing up as Obi-Wan Kenobi. You can call me Obi-John Kenobi. Or, no, Obi-Wan. Get it? Because I'm Latino.
Latino.
Yeah, it's okay when you do it to yourself, people. Grow up. All right,
You gonna
so
have face tacos?
speaking of growing up, WNBA, that's us, not the league, but Wake and Bake America show. Wink, wink. Does not partner with the commercials you hear on your podcast servers and so on and so forth. So don't bother us with your nonsense. Contact your podcast provider if you have a problem with it. Talk about shortening that read up, right? Hey! That's how you do it, baby. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Hip your righteous. Hip Chris. Hip our listeners. Hip your moms, bro. No, seriously, man. I'm really excited. Glad to get to do this show. It's one of my favorite shows that I've been doing going back a decade. And that's What Are You Watching? So we're going to get to that in a second, Chris. But I do want to ask you, Chris.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah. What shows did Cammy get you wrapped up into this year?
Bro, oh my god. We'll get to that, okay? Actually, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second, okay?
I
Fair enough.
know.
But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But at the same time, yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
we're really glad to be back. Like I said, I can't stress that enough. Excited to bring you guys a great show as always. And definitely just loving the engagement, live and non-live listeners, and checking in. We're gonna do a 10-year tribute, Chris. I'm just not sure when I want to do it. Like, probably I'm thinking maybe the last show before we go on winter break, or the first show when we come back. So it kind of is a sticker right there at the beginning. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Maybe even be the
Yeah.
show before we go to vacation. That way it can be like all fluffy and stuffy. And
Oh,
then it sticks
fluffy.
around for a while. I don't know. Listen, people, producing a show is hard. And rather than act like we're cooler than you, we just talk about this shit in front of you. That's what we do. Our
Right.
counterparts in the professional world, maybe they'd see us a little bit of trashy. But you know what?
We write our own shows. We don't have someone that does it for us.
Yeah, we write our own jokes, biatch. Even if they're bad dad jokes, we fucking wrote them, man. I don't know if we should be actually the dad jokes. I don't think we should. We should probably have not. Yeah, probably should have walked away from that one. But here we are. All right, so before we can dive into our first round of stuff we want to talk about and shows that we're going to get into here that we like, and explain to people what they're about or why we like them or how did we find them and what's what. Let's do our first pause for identification. How about that? How about that, sir?
Park the car.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? It's your boy Bubba Sparks. If you didn't know prior to this moment, you better know for sure. Anytime I'm rolling through Colorado Springs, I'm checking out Wake and Bake America. How could you not be listening to Wake and Bake? Holding it down with Ken.
Okay, buddy. So, we're back. Wake and Bake America. Good morning, titties! Sometimes I wake up and yell that in my mind because I'd get beat up for that. But, I mean, even if there's nice ones around, you still just can't go screaming that through the house at, 4 a.m. preparing for a run.
With your grandchildren there.
So I found out the hard way. Don't ask. I mean, don't tell either. All right, so so there's an underlying cut there against the people. And sorry, listen, if you listen to the show and you're highly intelligent and you're creative and you get underlining dickhead moves and jokes, well, you're welcome for that last one. Moving on. So, Chris, I know what I watch, and I quite often, bombard all my friends with all my random thoughts. See, I just don't do it on social media. I just text people.
Very extensively, I might add.
Shut up, fool. Nobody asked you. Nobody. Okay, maybe they did ask you. You know what?
I'm on the receiving end of this sometimes.
So, okay, so unfortunately, wait. Okay, so I think we need to explain though that there. You know what? I don't even know if I should explain myself at this point. I'm gonna take it back at this moment. I'll say this: I use speech to text, so my messages tend to be rather lengthy because they are literally spoken out my mouth.
Can AI even keep up with you sometimes?
Right. I don't know. No. Actually, have you gotten a message from me? Like rarely, and I do mean rarely. Okay. And I do mean rarely. Okay. Will I hold on.
Visit.
Sorry. Lost my train of thought there. Say that question again.
physically typing out your message. I said, "Is AI even quick enough to keep up with you?"
No, not at all. Have you gotten a message from me? It says some weird, crazy shit. But if you think again, you have to be intelligent to decode my message because AI has done something to it to make me sound smart, but it's not getting the point. I talk so fast it doesn't pick me up right.
Right. Oh, I've noticed that. I'm
Yeah,
like, you wouldn't have said that. At least
I
not that
notice a lot of
way.
stuff. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
notice all the fun stuff in the world. I notice your face. I notice your ugliness of your smell. No, I'm just playing. I can't smell you. You're like literally across the country. We're good. So, few things here we gotta dive into. We gotta take care of, right?
talk about it.
What show do you like? I'm gonna let you start.
Me? How
Bring your
about the
first show
end?
to dude. I got a whole like literally a whole listen.
I bet you do.
That's a whole sheet of paper of lists of stuff I watch because I watch a lot of shit, bro. Help out here. Come on, participate.
Well, I mean, I've been rewatching Oak Island because I mean the new season's going to be come up here in November.
Fair
But
play.
besides that,
Did I write
the
that down?
I don't
If
know,
I
did
did, it
you?
might have been on my list of stuff that's about to start. Yep.
Yeah.
But I did have Skinwalker Ranch in all fairness as a binge.
Oh yeah. I started rewatching. There's a new season I haven't watched it, season 5.
Watch the Beyond Skinwalker Ranch too, man. Woohoo! They get out in
I
the world, brother, where there's even more
just
weird
found that
stuff
one the
going
other
on. It's
day.
fun. I love it.
No,
I have a strong appreciation for the weirdness of off-planet life.
how about the Unknown Cave of Bones?
Wait. What? Hold on. The unknown
Yeah.
chemicals. Where's Das?
Yes. It's on Netflix.
Ah, see, this is why I told you you're the Netflix guy. Now listen, people, if you want to donate to this show, okay,
Homie needs some Netflix funds.
you know, I'll take your money and I will buy Netflix and start watching Netflix. Otherwise, I'm responsible for entertainment in my home. And so I'm already paying for like 5 or 6 or 7 streaming services as is,
Right.
and I just don't want to pay for no more. That's what it really boils down to. And then
I-
when we start talking about what one we're gonna drop, it's like, well, wait, we can't drop that because I watch this. Okay, let's drop this one. No, you can't drop that because you want that. Okay, fine. We'll just drop this one. No, that's for when the grandkids come over, and then I still watch like all the Star Wars stuff. No. So it just
Yeah.
becomes a problem.
Gotta have that bundle.
No, it's what it is we've been sucked into all these shows, and so now if you want to cut one out, you're like, fuck, now I got to get like these 5 shows, and I don't want to do that.
Right.
Or you're like, I'm mid-stroke into these shows, and I don't want to stop now. That's what she said. Sorry, I couldn't resist. You know what? I'm immature. There's no surprise there, but I'm just saying I am immature.
I was gonna say.
Okay, so but yeah, no, I'll tell you, dude, Skinwalker Ranch, great binge if you've never seen it. It's gonna take you. I'm telling you, if you're not sci-fi scientific is the word I would go with. Maybe Skinwalker Ranch and even Oak Island aren't really for you. But I think if you like a good mystery, treasure, weirdness, stuff of the unexplainable, then maybe you don't have to be that super duper alien type nerd or super duper history nerd like me to enjoy those shows, though. 100%.
Right. Things that make you go,
Things that make you go, No?
Yeah. My better half watches that Blind Frog Ranch.
Wait, what? What is dot? What? Hold on. Is
Yeah.
this on Netflix too?
I think it might be.
I don't. Here's the thing: is I think I have everything but Netflix. I'll be honest. So if I don't recognize it, probably on Netflix. I mean, it's that or Apple. Oh, you know what else though? Apple Plus.
Oh yeah, I don't have Apple Plus.
No Apple Plus?
No Apple Plus.
Blind Frog Ranch. I feel like I've heard of this because I see commercials. Netflix be trying to thirst trap me all the time. I promise you. So does Apple Plus.
And I think if I remember correct, I haven't really watched as much as she has.
Okay.
Yeah, Blind Frog Ranch. She says it
So
in the
explain it.
comments. She
What is
would
it kind
probably
of,
give.
kind of give us an overview of what it entails? Like, we know that the mystery of Oak Island is the money pit. It is looking for the Knights Templar, maybe a few religious artifacts, maybe even the Ark of the Covenant, should it actually exist as a real thing that does weird things, right?
Yeah, it's
Anything
real
like that.
similar to Skinwalker Ranch.
And Skinwalker Ranch is literally like the government was doing research there that they still have the files classified, and then a private person bought the land and started the research back up and is letting everybody know everything, and I love it.
Blind Frog Ranch is on Prime.
Wait, I have that though. Maybe that's why I
Yeah.
saw the preview for it.
That's why it sounds familiar.
Okay, so what is it about? Go.
It's real similar to Skinwalker Ranch.
So essentially, we're talking the aliens, orbs, and weird stuff showing up
Ghosts
and no one
and
knowing why.
yeah, right.
I live that life. I like that life. I'm about that life. I love weirdness like that, man. That is the oddball. I'm telling you, Chris, ever since I've seen two things in the night sky that a man of my thinking and investigating, I'll call it, right? And a man of my, I don't do bullshit. Like, I call bullshit a
Right.
lot on everything before I'll accept, because, well, it's just probably better that way. Like, I need like 10 points of proof, right? Instead of just 2. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do 2 points of proof when my internet's not working. How about that? Otherwise, I need some real proof skis. So anyway, so I've seen a couple things in the night sea skiesies that have done stuff that is what I would call, somebody who understands a bit about physics and the laws of science and so on and so forth, right?
Questionable.
But I'm a nerd. I like nerdy stuff, especially math and science and physics, and even getting into. I'm not as big of a chem guy, chemistry. Like I fucks with plants, and I know, like, you can use, like, I know you can use,
Botany.
like, hydrogen peroxide, and a little bit of hydrogen peroxide in your water will help keep fungus in your roots down, right? Like, I know stupid stuff, but I'm not a real chemist, right? Not even close. But I understand the periodic table, and I understand how elements interact with each other, right? Things of that nature. And I'm extremely scientific on the internet, how it works, cellular, satellite, and how things move and go around the planet and stuff like that, because I've worked in television, satellite, and IT stuff. I always say, no matter what I've really done, that's what I really was doing in the background when I wasn't on your TV screen or your radio. You know what I mean? When I wasn't anybody and I was still trying to make my way up the ladder, that's what I really did. Make sense? So
Yes.
I always say, you're not going to fool me like you would an average Joe when something goes shooting across the sky or does something in the sky. You won't fool me because I do understand what things should be there, and I also even know where to go check. So, like, when I see something fly over my house up at space level, the first fucking thing I do is ask my Gemini AI, where the fuck is the USS Space Station and any satellites above me head that you can see with the naked eyes, big eyes? And it goes, there's this and that. And I'm like, ah, shit. Well, no aliens today. Not even
Well,
going to look
especially
into it. And then
especially
sometimes it's
when
like, bro, there ain't shit above you. There ain't supposed to be shit above you. And I'm like, oh, whoa, what's that then? What I just
right.
see? So I love that kind of stuff. So I'm going to check that out. Blind Frog Ranch. You have me already hooked, and we haven't even talked. I'm already like looking for shows, and we haven't even gotten through my laundry list here, which apparently we won't get through most of it now. But hey, well, actually, there's a couple of
Yeah.
my kind of list. Like, for instance,
Mystery at the Blind Frog Ranch.
Mystery at the Blind Frog. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? You can't say that 3 times fast. Whoever wrote that, bravo to you. That title is a twisted mouthful. My tongue wants to do so many weird things when I try to say it fast, and I talk too fast to not say it fast. So my next thing is, I will tell you, through the Halloween, which for me, Halloween starts on Labor Day, just for the record. Halloween seasons for me starts on Labor Day. I put up my lights Labor Day weekend for Halloween. So Halloween starts for me for Labor Day. So it's a 2-month-long celebration season, not one night. Fuck all you peoples. Christmas starts the day after Halloween. Yeah, we eat pumpkin shit for Thanksgiving, but I'm not into it. You know, whoop-de-doo-ski. Everybody was friends. They're not now. Fuck you. I'm into Christmas, though. Not for all the cool things of hallelujah that you are into it for, maybe people, some of you peoples. I'm into Christmas for a more German pagan reason, like Tannenbaum. I like the tree. You know, I like to give gifts. And, you know, I don't care so much about getting them, but I definitely like to find stuff for people that makes them go, oh my God, this fucking dude thinks about me. Does that make sense? And then I like, well, now I have so many grandkids. It's like, you're all getting one gift and leave us alone. But we're also the type of grandparents that I don't buy my grandkids like 500 fucking things that are, you know, $5 because I think that's so stupid and you're buying them trash, right? But I like to get them like each like something decent, you know, like a $35 to $50 Christmas gift, you know, something cool, something that they can, you know, write home to mom about, as I say, right? So Christmas, baking, Halloween, baking shows, bro. We binge watch the shit out of them. Wow, hell. That's what we watch. We also binge watch cooking shows when there's nothing else on, or like in the summer when we burn through everything we haven't watched and all the summer shows.
Oh yeah, like the in between time.
Yeah, we watch like Chopped, Barbecue Brawl. That's another good one. That's over on I
With
think HBO Max.
that chocolate master.
Oh, or it might be from the Food Network, but I know it re-airs on. You guys have to understand. I don't watch TV in real time. I haven't watched TV in real time in probably a decade or longer. That's not a joke.
Right. Stream
It's not
everything.
2 decades if you count DVR. Okay.
And that's done in real time. So
Yeah, if you count DVR, I haven't watched TV in real time in 25 years, 30 years. When was TiVo
I
invented? And then we got one probably a few years later, like in like 2001 in college, I had a TiVo, maybe 2002.
I'm reading up more on the Blind Frog Ranch, the mystery of the Blind Frog Ranch. It's more of kind of an Oak Island thing, but it seems like they're looking for gold on their property, but funny shit keeps happening.
I love good treasure hunting shows. It's why if you'd laugh if you saw my notes, it says anything with Josh Gates hosting it. Expedition Unknown, anything
Unknown.
with Josh Gates.
Yeah.
I'm like, even if it's
I
not Expedition Unknown, just anything with Josh Gates. Dude is my
have you seen
hero. He is our Indiana Jones. Okay, he is my generation's Nintendo,
any
Mario, like, you know, 90s before when you had to be
Pitfall,
outside, pre-internet in your home. Indiana Jones. Okay, let us
Atari
have
2600?
right. He's our Indiana Jones. Let us have that.
Yes.
Indiana Jones would put some respect on his name. He even wears the same kind of hat, which I'm pretty sure it's because of Indiana Jones, but I
Oh
would
yeah.
too. Actually, I think I want to get me a hat like an Indiana Jones hat because the cowboy hat's just too much for me. You know, sometimes it's too hot and I don't want my brims all up like that. Sometimes I need them out.
Right.
So I
Sometimes I
wear
need
a
them out.
flat brim hat, actually. All jokes aside. Shout out to everybody checking in on the live show. Once again, just want to say we love all of the fans that come in and try to hit this live with us each week. Also, shout out to everybody who does check out the show outside of the week and everybody who sends in listener comments and all that fun stuff. Really do appreciate that. You know, all your love and support. You know, I tell people say bad stuff. We just don't tell you because just like any good business, we keep it to ourselves and we're like, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Right. We feel your shitty comments don't need airtime.
When people say I don't like your show, I'm like, well, there's no point in giving you prudence. You're not going to be here to hear it anyway. You didn't like the show, asshole. That's my real feeling. I'm not even kidding you. Like, that's my deep down in my soul feeling. I'm like, you weren't here to really watch the show. Don't act like we owe you some time. And then we give them time like right now. But anyway, so keep in mind, though, comments, concerns, or even complaints. Honestly, we do read your complaints when they're funny and cleverly wrote. When they're just spiteful and hateful, we move on. That's the real truth. But anyway, when you do write clever complaints, like the person who was mad about my Mount Rushmore of women of music, love that one. Great complaint, even though I had some, shall we say, intellectual disagreements with you on this. Well played, friend. But send your comments. Email us info@waketheletterinbakeamericashow.com. You can also enter the live room. You can leave comments in there. Although, you know, Jesse, we if they're too inappropriate, we can't really read them. Then, bro, you know that. But we still love you, bro. I'm more like a spoon today. I like to spoon. I'm a spooner. My wife likes that. Station identification.
You won't be texting and driving with us up in your ride.
All right, we're back. So, I've got some more shows, bro.
Yeah. We have another podcast listening in today.
My bad. You knew what I was talking about. I'm not chastising Jesse. I swear. It's just what it was so bad I couldn't say it. I giggled. I had to mute my mic, but I couldn't say it. The people can read it, brother. All right. So, no, you're good, dog. You're good. I promise. I wouldn't do you like that, brother. You're a friend and a fan of the show. Let's do this though. And Stephanie, shout out, love it. Destiny, shout out, love it. And then also, I think I missed like a bunch of people before they were gone, but I can only see who's here right now unless you heart the show. So if you want a little extra recognition, heart the show. Facts Porcupine podcast checking in. Love the love. Shout out, shout out. All right, Chris. So here's what I've got for you, buddy. This is what I've got for you.
Break it down. Break
I've
it
got a
down
couple on
for
the
me.
show. So first off, I'm going to list a couple of these, and then I'm going to talk about ones that I love. So first off, for the sports fans out there, if you're a fantasy football fan, I'm going to tell you the Fantasy Focus show on the ESPN app. It's free on most of your podcast apps, and it's even live on YouTube every day for free on the NFL on ESPN app, channel, on YouTube. Honestly, Chris, I don't even know why I tell you guys this, but this is how I beat all your asses every year. These motherfuckers tell me shit to do to you when you're sleeping that week, and then I get you. That's how Trey gets them.
You didn't win last year. What are you talking about?
Fuck you, man. I finished second, bitch. And AJ, listen to me. AJ
You
started.
didn't win.
Sorry, we have a fantasy football league on the radio show. So let us have this argument. AJ should have finished. AJ started 0-2 to start the season, which clearly means that I made poor choices that day. He didn't actually beat me. And you know what's funny is he actually said that. He's like, I didn't beat you. He said, you're stupid. He said you sat the guy that you know you shouldn't have sat. You rolled the dice and you came up snake eyes. And I was like, you know what? Fuck you. You're right. I'm going to tell you, I've got another one wrote down here, Andor Season 2, Lilo and Stitch, the live action, one of the fewer live actions that I've actually enjoyed. True story. I'm going to tell you that I spoke this into existence. Even if I didn't, I'm just going to take credit for it. Fair enough. This next one. Everybody, you're welcome. Paramount, holla. You need me as a spokesman. Holla, holla, baby. But Strange New Worlds, Season 3, I have been waiting for 2 years for this to come out, and I have been saying that there should have been a Season 3 before Season 2 even ended. That's all. So I spoke Season 3 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds into existence. I am solely responsible for that. I am taking credit. Thank you, Paramount.
Thank you.
Put my name on it. Shout out. Holla. They're not going to do that, are they?
Yeah.
It was worth a try, though. I mean, honestly, closed mouth goes on, they say, right? All right. So, and then the last one I want to bring up, not last one. I'm sorry. Hold on. You're next anyway. And then I have some more, but some of these I just want to bring up because they're like ones that I've brought up like for the last few years when we do What Are You Watching? Because they're just my favorite shows. What else do you watch, Chris?
Wednesday.
Okay, so now this is one that I haven't got into. Is it on? Hold on. Is it on Netflix?
Yes.
Somebody in the room just shook their head at me, and I'm like, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I'm like, that actress, really cool. Ortega is her last name, I think.
Yeah.
I've seen a few interviews with her. Really nice kid. Love it. And so I'm like, cool, really nice kid. I'm like, $8.99, too cheap to watch your show. I need a sponsor. We need sponsors. My day job is like paycheck to paycheck, folks. I live in an expensive city. Don't judge me.
I'm telling you, right now, every city's bloody expensive.
People call me to borrow money, and I try to act stern with them to teach them a life lesson, but the truth is I'm just broke and I can't do it anyway.
If you were a little smarter with your money.
You know what? Shut up, bro. Because the truth is,
I'm
no, I
fine.
can't afford it. I just don't want to pay for another streaming service, and then we're just watching another one less. Look, I said it out loud. I don't
Oh
see the
yeah.
value.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying. There's so many streaming services out there,
Well,
but it's
I'm
like,
getting
how many
bilked.
shows can you really watch?
Yeah, I'm getting bilked by ESPN with that whole turbo package too. So, because you know I'm a diehard
Oh,
sports guy, you know that. Everybody knows that. Who knows?
yes. You started out there.
I started as a sports broadcaster. I'm a sports guy. It is what it is, and I love it. And I'm super mad that I have to pay for it. ESPN. I do that play by play. I go hard, son. Just saying. You should hear that audition tape I sent you guys like a decade and a half ago. It was good. I deserve at least an audition, and I got one. I just didn't get the job. Pretty cool though, right? To audition for the ESPN outfit where I lived, that was pretty awesome. No, like I said, sent it in, never heard back. It happens. It's called a callback, people. Sometimes in entertainment, if you do it long enough, you get used to not getting called back. Let's be honest. And then you start your own podcast like this because I'll teach you never to call me, everybody. Make my own show and I'll do my own thing.
Even used to have a football talk show on here.
Yeah, but that one I actually really that was the one that was akin to my heart. But I will tell you the lack of having to keep up on that research. I wonder if that's going to hurt me in fantasy. Because
Because
I
you
won
were,
the championship the first year we started the talk show for football.
you were,
I was like, I'm really paying attention this year.
well, because you were scheming on everybody, just slipping up and telling them what they were going to do.
Well, and I was also slipping up too because, like, before we started the sports talk show, I'd have other things going on. I'd forget to set my roster or something. But anyway, and it would turn into like a whole nightmarish thing. And But when we were doing the sports talk show, I'm literally writing programming surrounding all these injuries and stories and issues and things around the league for the NFL. And in doing that, knowing probably who to watch out for and who not to be messing with. Like, I would watch some people pick up people that I was like, bro is not going to play this week. You did not read the red card.
Oh, right.
So anyway, more show stuff. Okay. I will tell you on Prime. I think it's on Prime. I could be wrong. I don't remember, but there's a show called Those Who Are About to Die. And I think it's on Prime.
Yes, I think you're right.
And, dude, like, I'm like, please have season 2 as soon as possible. Please, 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 please.
Pretty
Because,
twisted.
bro, okay, so guys, think this. It's not going to get into too much of the like usual, like it's Julius Caesar and it's Rome and it's, Titus and it's, this one and it's that one. It's Claudius, our namesake. Funny enough. But it's not, it's not these big, it's really surrounding more like the underbelly of Rome and the nuances of it. It would be like watching some, wannabe mobster try to make his way to the top in New York today, but it's, circa Rome. Love that one. I've been watching a lot of like British documentaries on different like castles and stuff. For those of you who don't know, I grew up literally climbing on like medieval castle walls as a kid, as like a thing to do for just to get lost for the day. So I love castle time knowledge. Would not want to live back then.
Yeah, no.
Speak my mind, and that don't vibe for that time. I'd have been a dead man. They'd have burned me. I'm like, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, no, the lightning is electrical energy in the air. And then I'm like, witch, burn him.
Burn him.
I mean, no, seriously though, like, but not like joking. Another thing on Prime I do like too, the Wheel of Time. I started getting into it. It's sort of like a newer, or like I would refer to it much like sort of Game of Thrones / Lord of the Rings kind of vibe.
Ooh.
Makes sense?
Ooh.
It's kind of old timey though, if that makes sense. At least where I'm at. And please don't type what's going on in the show in there, because you'll ruin it for me, and that's not cool, bro. But anyway, yeah, I really have found that I like to dive into documentaries. I get into a lot of science fiction-y sci-fi stuff. Then I bring it back full circle with binge watch Ancient Aliens. They usually have a few new episodes and shows that come out surrounding their franchise, much like Beyond Oak Island or Beyond Beyond Skinwalker Ranch and so on, right? Those kind of shows. I've watched a lot of treasure hunting shows. I am getting like sideshow Bob Gold fever from those. I'm like, do I need to buy a metal detector? And my wife is like, please do not buy anything else. Stop
I
buying
have one.
stuff because you want to be cool like the people you see on TV. And I'm like, let me live.
So should I
And then
just
I send it
pack
back
up my
because I get back from it.
metal detector and my pinpointer and come out and visit?
You know, I don't live in a place that I would find to be as the greater place to metal detect. There's three basic conceptual reasons why. One, it's part of the world, not just America, but the world. It's literally part of the world that has been the least lived in and settled, the shortest amount of time by more advanced things like that you would find with a metal detector. I'm going to word it like that, right? Like you can find, stone arrows and this, that, and the other. But when you start finding metal, you start to see colonial and post-colonial getting into even as late as the Civil War level stuff at best, right? That's my first gripe. It's just
Civil
not
War
settled
stuff
with
would be
modern
cool to find.
technology long enough to find cool shit as easy, right?
I mean,
Where I
has it
live.
been pre-dug?
Well, and even where I live was one of the last places in the country to get settled. Like, my state was only a state in 1872. Like, we stopped murking each other by then, sort of. I mean, that, you know what? Let's not even open that can of worms. Let's move forward. Anyway, love that kind of stuff, man. I get into it. Another one, I want to give two more shows a shout out real quick here, and then I'm going to pass the baton to you and see if you've got anything else. And I still have one more show that's it's my go-to favorite show these days. It is my Bob's Burger, when Bob's Burger used to be the show for me before this show came out, literally. And no, it's not South Park. Although I will tell you guys, new season of South Park is fucking lit. No punches held.
Just a little bit.
Although I will tell you with last week's recent events, that last episode I watched, which is probably like episode 2 or 3, maybe, let's just say awkward moment, not going to lie. And Cartman has no chill. Let me just tell you that. Cartman has never had chill, but his chill has gone overboard this season. But no, I was going to tell you, so Back to the Frontier. This is a show that airs on like HBO Max originals, okay? And so you got to have HBO or HBO Max, basically, HBO Max to get this, or HBO Max account. But I will tell you, and they don't pay me for this. No one does. That's why we've mentioned Hulu and Disney, and maybe even not by name, but we've mentioned these ESPN Plus, the History Channel app. By the way, if you have the History Channel, you can watch everything we just talked about on the History Channel app. Anyway, if you don't, you have to wait till like the next year after on like Hulu or whatever. Hulu buys everything or owns it, just not the news portions. Anyway, Back to the Frontier features 3 families, one same couple family, one couple with 2 different sex kids, and one couple with all the kids the same sex, right? Does that make sense? And the same sex couple has 2 kids that are the same sex. Make sense? And all of these go back to living no technology after 1880.
Yowzer.
Right? Like, we're talking plowing fields, we're talking busting out the hoe, and I ain't talking the backhoe, I'm talking about the hand hoe. And I ain't talking about the girl you met in high school that gave you the handy in the hot tub. I'm talking about the real hand hoe. It started it all. That hoe been throwing up things since before the hoe was the hoe, if you get what I'm saying, for the 90s.
The official first hoe.
You so stupid. That hoe was a hoe back hoeing before back hoeing was back hoeing. What the hell did you just say to me? So no, it's crazy, dude. It is a good show. I think it is a, the thing. I think that probably I get the biggest, sort of one of the bigger takes from it. It is a humiliating. That's not the word I meant. It is a humbling show. There's the right H word. I don't know what my brain was thinking. It is a humbling show. I think it's humbling for the people that are on this show. I think it's humbling for the people watching this show, because I think it takes it back to a time where just to do the house chores that we have machines help us with, just that alone, and then cooking over open fire or a cast iron wood stove and having to keep that on all day and regulate and cut wood for that and regulate the temperature for that and cook all day and this, that, and the other. Brother, I don't think people understand.
Right. You literally had no choice but to do it by hand. By hand, everything.
The level of humility that I've gained from watching that show to remind me of how good we really have it despite how hard I work around my house is mind-boggling.
It'll
I love
definitely
it.
make you thankful. Yeah.
I do. I am all about that kind of environment or that kind of show where you can sort of, change, everything that somebody's comfortable with and everything that makes somebody's life so easy and great, and just take that and change that into that's not what you get anymore, and then see how you respond to that is absolutely wonderful. It's fascinating. I love it. I think it's amazing. Next.
History's mysteries.
Bro, glad you said it. Didn't write it down. Not on my list. Have watched every episode, literally, that's ever been out.
Right.
And if I can't throw a little Henry Winkler shout out there, he has a new show on the History Channel. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head right now. I'd have to go look it up real quick. Maybe you can tell me. But
I know what you're talking about, though.
He basically is covering dangerous and deadly toys and things from the past that you can just buy at the store.
Right.
And one of them that really jacked me up, dude, was the nuclear fusion kit or some crap like that. Yeah. And they were really sending these kids a piece of uranium that was radioactive that they could do shit with. And I was like, you're just... the kid next door could have made a reactor or a bomb. And while I support the science side of the kid next door, bro, he could have literally took out the block if he knew what to really do, right? And so anyway, Henry Winkler, by the way, if you don't know, he's the coach. He's the kooky coach on Waterboy. Not the one that coaches the bad school. He's also, of course, for all my older folk out there that are even older than us, he's of course the Fonz from Happy Days. But yeah, and I cannot think of, it's like mysteries on. The problem is if you want to know the truth, I'm thumbing through the History Channel app on my phone, but the problem is I'm logged out of my profile, and so it's not on top. But it's like Hazardous History. That's what it was called. I think that's what it was called, Hazardous History. I didn't even get to pull it up, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Anyone out there listening live or want to, as I say, check me on it, check me on it. If you want to check me on it, I'm pretty sure it's Hazardous History or something to that effect. Starring Henry Winkler as the host on the History Channel. Really cool show. It goes through history and just different things that have been completely mind-boggling hazardous that some people literally had in their house until it became literally illegal to have, right? And that is crazy. Like I said, I think the very first episode is the one where they talk about the home reactor or whatever kit with the chunk of uranium was on the first episode, and I was just like, oh, bitch, I'm in. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think it was a home chemistry science kit or something.
And it came with literally about the size of an adult thumb-sized chunk of uranium, unrefined uranium. And I was like, and you could literally put a Geiger meter to it, and it would have been like... That's what the fuck are we doing here? That kid literally was sterile and went bald early and has no clue why. There's one guy right now that saw that episode and is fucking pissed. Right. He had it. And his balls shrunk or something. I don't know. I mean, sterile. Probably not cool, but also quite comical at the same time. I'm like, am I an asshole? Sure. Am I funny? Yeah. Still a little. All right, so let's do this. My favorite show to watch, hands down, and I'm talking about, I watched Ted, the TV series. on Peacock and Twisted Metal over there on Peacock, right? I watch all these other shows. I watch Shoresy on Hulu, and Schitt's Creek is great. By the way, if you need a reason to laugh at dysfunctionality for rich folks that have to go back to the normal world, go watch
Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Great show. I mean,
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. And then there's a new one that had just come out, first season. I'm not sure when the second season drops, but it's probably after the fall football season, right? Because I think it comes from Fox, and usually their like really good stuff drops after football's over, and they no longer can hold you to a seat on Sunday, right? So anyway, like they can no longer hold you hostage like they do me, Fox and CBS. Thank you. You're welcome, by the way, but you hold me hostage every Sunday. But I love the game so much that I'm willing to be. I'm a willing hostage. So anyway, it's called why am I blanking now? I hate my life. And the worst part is I had it and I was just about to say it, and then I forgot what it was called, and now I'm mad. But anyway, and the problem is you know how it's like not in your watch right now because it's not right there. But anyway, I'm going to find that one because I don't want to screw up this one because it's really funny. And for all those kids that grew up on military bases and all those people that have been deployed overseas, you're going to just die laughing your ass off because it's hilarious. And I don't know why. Dude, it stars freaking what's his face from Dennis Leary. And he's like a colonel on a base in like I think it's supposed to be making fun of Dusseldorf, but it's called Strusseldorf. And I can't think of the name of the goddamn show, and it's driving me nuts. Going Dutch! I found it. Going Dutch. That's the name of the damn show. Look it up on Hulu, guys. Again, we've mentioned several TV providers because none of them have paid us yet. If they do, we'll stop mentioning anyone else. Until then,
Right. We'll
Wish.
talk about all of you.
Yeah, Going Dutch, dude. I'm telling you, bro. I'm like, oh my god, I can't. I'm like, there's so much militarily inappropriately incorrect about it that I just can't. And yet at the same time, it's like, bro, do you remember the movie Sergeant Bilko
Oh yeah.
with Martin? Yeah, with Steve Martin. Okay, so
Yeah.
anyway, Sergeant Bilko. So imagine Sergeant Bilko meets Stripes, but after boot camp when they're in Germany. Done.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so bad, bro. They really tried to frame a general like. Oh my god, I can't. There's a lot that's going on there. Let me tell you, a lot. Brothels. His daughter's on the base, and she's an officer on the base. Yeah, it's a lot. It's great. I love it. I'd be walking away like I can't with this show. That's what I'm doing all the time. I'm like, I can't with you guys. Now, and even with all that laughter and joy of that show and every other show I watch, because I like to watch a lot of comedies. I don't watch a lot of news anymore. I watch unless it's research based, but otherwise but I do watch a lot of raunch comedies and drunk history, things like that, right?
Big
A lot
Mouth.
of Adult Swim type level stuff like Rick and Morty, of course, guys. Like I didn't mention these things because if you've listened to the show long enough, like I'm literally a metaphorical version of Grandpa Rick Sanchez minus the drinking. But I smoke a lot of pot, so I mean, what's the difference? I have a Rick and Morty bong even. Really about Rick and Morty. Love it. Also, Solar Opposites is another one of those raunch Rick and Morty style comedies that I love. It's by the makers of Rick and Morty, funny enough. So long story short, I love all these shows, but if you can get me to not watch a Thursday night football game at times because that episode's going to be so good, and I already know it, that it's going to be so good that I will spend that 30 minutes away from football to watch this episode live. I don't watch any live TV, guys. I never watch live TV except football or sports ball puck. I should say it that way.
Here's another animated. Here's another animated one for you to watch. Forget about it. It's on Prime.
And I was also told by shout out to Podcast P, but Podcast P said watch. They said that King of the Hill's been revamped and Bobby's all grown up.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Hulu at least. I think it's Hulu. But anyway, but yeah, Podcast Pete told me I should check that out. But I was like, I thought King of the Hill was funny and it was something to watch because back in the day we had to watch TV live and there was nothing else on, guys. Understand that we were held hostage.
But I think it's going to be more funny now that he's like a young adult.
Maybe, probably. I think Hank's still going to be crazy over propane, though.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe he's come around finally. Probably not. He's from Texas and he's old. He will never change. That's the whole, that's the underlining joke there, right? But anyway, or is it a joke? I mean, it's an underlining reality if you know people from Texas. I've got lots of friends and family from Texas. Trust me, they're not changing. You want them to. You're hopeful, but it's a weird holdout hope. So, my favorite show to watch that I will fucking stop everything I'm doing, brother. I will drop everything I'm doing outside of Sports Ball Puck, obviously, is Ghost on CBS. I never miss an episode. I have seen literally every season's episode at least 5 to 10 times minimum each. I freaking love the show Ghosts.
Really?
Its nuances and innuendos are absolutely just hilarious. I liked it so much I went and watched the UK version, bro.
Was the UK version different?
Yeah, and what's funny is you see the slight. So whenever there's a great show overseas or in America, what you'll find, guys, is that sometimes they'll rewrite it to fit their culture. So everything from nuances to this, that, and the other makes sense, right? So it's very Britishly nuanced, Chris. But it is
Really?
similar, but it's so Britishly nuanced and different that the first few episodes and maybe even the first whole season, you can almost see the similarities, right? Where those episodes were rewrote with the other characters. In some cases, there's 1 or 2 episodes that never happened, or there's this 1 or 2 small changes, right, to make it different. But after that, they really become different. Do you want me to give you a good example?
Sure.
Well, America is Halloween's such a huge deal here, right? That's why we're even doing a huge Halloween show.
Right.
It's going to be nothing but ghouls and goblins and talking Halloween stuff. The week of Halloween is when we're going to do that, by the way, for anyone who's interested in being here live. It's one of my favorite holidays, if not my favorite. Chris, the one kind of like thing that's different is like, for instance, the over in Europe, Christmas is, you think it's big here until you realize that that is their holiday. Number uno. Here, there's debate on that. There's people who aren't, don't care about Christmas, or Hanukkah and so forth, right? There's so many different things here in the U.S. that you can say that that's my favorite holiday. There's people that are I love love so much that I love Valentine's Day more than Christmas. Okay, cool, right? So you see what I'm saying? There's some people that are like, I'm so patriotic. I love the 4th of July more than I even love Christmas. Although you won't hear that much here. I promise you. 4th of July is a cool second to Christmas in America, most places, right?
Right.
Not in my book. I actually would put the 4th of July first because you get to barbecue, back to nobody asked me for anything, and you get to blow shit up, and it's in the summer. I would say 4th of July for the win. No question asked in my book. But I like Christmas because it brings the family together. People come from all over the country and across the state and this, that, and the other, and stop by for a day and just say hi. And it's nice. It's nice to just see everybody. So I do like that. But I wish we would do that in the summer. Like, I wish I lived in Australia for Christmas, honestly.
Yeah, because you are not a cold weather man.
Not even a little bit. And everyone who knows me knows that. But yeah, no, CBS Ghost, bro. Really love it. I like the British version. I like the US version. Although I don't know if the British version will have another season this year, but we'll see. I sure hope so. Because it's still funny and it's went its own direction enough that it's really 2 different shows after about the 1st or 2nd season anyway, for each of them. But like here, they do a huge Halloween show. Over there, the Christmas show is the big thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here, people get possessed by the ghost. Do people get possessed over there? I don't remember now. Now I'm going to have to go back and watch the British one. I fall asleep watching Ghost on CBS. I'm not going to lie to you. I just watch reruns and I fall asleep. It's
Yeah,
my comfort food for sleeping. And if I
nothing
didn't
wrong with
mention
that.
Only Murderers in the Building, oh my God, dude. Have you ever seen it?
Uh-uh.
Okay. You have some homework for you. You and the missus will appreciate us later for this. It's got Martin Short, Martin Sheen, and Selena Gomez as your primary 3 characters, with so many famous people to make your fucking head spin as the second level and 3rd tier characters in the act, right? Like everybody is signing up to just be like a guest on a couple episodes or just on a season. I'm telling you,
What's
everybody
it
you can
called?
think of under the sun, bro. We're talking like, dude, we're talking Golden Globe, Tony, Emmy. No, wait, Emmy's music, right? Sorry, wrong one. No, that's Grammy. Emmy,
E-
Golden Globe,
Emmys
Tony,
TV. Yeah.
all of that shit, right? Like we're talking the works, right? All the big awards, right? People on this show as just even third tier, like some of the most biggest names you'll ever see in your life on TV, going back to our childhood, right? We're talking like Basic Instinct level people, right? Bruh, bruh, just be that lady.
What's the name of the show?
It's called Only Murderers in the Building. I think it's on Hulu and Netflix, if I remember. No, Hulu. It's Hulu. And
Okay.
it's right now they're and starting the 5th season, right? 5 seasons available, guys. So it's binge worthy nonetheless, but you'll catch up to now and it's still active. See, for me, there are some shows, Chris, that are absolutely binge worthy, right? How the Universe Works, great binge worthy show, right? But there hasn't been
Right.
a new season in like 2 or 3 years now.
Right.
Because there's only so much that the universe can be told about until we get new science, right? So how the universe works, Ancient Aliens slowed down because, you're really just wash, rinse, repeat, tell it a different way until you get something new to cover, right? This is why we don't do topic based anymore. And the only topic based we would do would have been the sports show anyway, because when you go topic based, you really have sports, politics, and then current events, right? I mean, basically, that's the 3 big: sports,
Yeah.
politics, and current events. And you can pick one or try to dabble in all 3, right? Our show's like, we'll just do a little bit of everything, but we're going to do ours, like this, show based, right? Season
Our
based
way.
shows. Live, though, because we want you to interact with us and we want you to be part of it. We enjoy that part of the whole setup. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, get on Prime and check out Forget About It.
Forget about it. Let me write that down. Watch. 2 weeks, Chris is going to be like, did you ever watch that show? I'm like, what show? We know how this ends, Chris.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm writing it down for real. Because I will forget about it if I don't. Where are you at, intern? By the way, we've come up with the intern's nickname for this season. Ready? They wish to be
Yes.
called Intern No Name.
No name.
Yeah. The little snipey bastard said, I want to be go by Intern No Name because that way no one will know my name, so I don't have to be affiliated with this shitty show and I can just learn.
Oh, rotten little.
Rotten little fuck, right? On that note, y'all have a great night and thanks for hanging out. Hey, don't forget, come back next week, guys. Seriously, we've got some fun stuff on the deck. Next week's show, wild, crazy headlines. We're literally basically going to chastise people for doing dumb shit. There's nothing better than having that show that just allows you to be Kardashian level judgmental to people. Let's go.
Let's go.
Booming systems across Colorado.
We like the cars that go boom.
That means I'm chilling.
Lazy.